In addition, picture taking and videotaping must be done from your seat. Please also silence all cell phones at this time. Life Touch Photography will be taking pictures of each graduate, which will be posted online. Graduates will receive ordering information. Finally, please remain at your seat during both the processional and the recessional until all the graduates and faculty have left the floor. We expect that behavior is appropriate and in preservation of the importance of this ceremony, we have asked for security to assist us with these requests. Thank you in advance for your cooperation as we maintain a graduation ceremony that we can all be proud of. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Please stand for the JRTC Color Guard as they present the national and state colors. We will remain standing for the playing of our national anthem and retiring of our national and state colors.
Hi, I am Alicia Modesto, Class Vice President. Graduates and guests, please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the 139th Commencement Exercises for Wicomico High School's Class of 2021. It is my pleasure to introduce several guests in attendance today. I ask that each guest stand when recognized and that the audience join me in welcoming the guests after all have been introduced. Seated on the stage are Dr. Donna Hanlon, Superintendent of Wicomico County Public Schools. Mr. Michael Murray, Vice Chairman of the Wicomico County Board of Education. Mr. Don Fitzgerald, Member of the Wicomico County Board of Education. Mr. Ron Green, Principal. Also in attendance are Mr. Ken Pop, Assistant Principal, Ms. Jorn Franzak, Assistant Principal, Ms. Tessa Celeste, Dean of Students. As we had the opportunity to access an excellent educational program due to the dedication and enthusiasm exhibited daily by our teachers, would all Wicomico High School staff in the stadium please stand and be recognized? I want to give a shout out to Miss Erin Chrisman and Miss Karen Scott, our class advisors, as well as Stephanie McCoy, Wicomico High School's 2021 Teacher of the Year. Class of 2021, family and friends, join me in saying thank you. We are pleased to welcome all of our guests to Wicomico High School's commencement exercises.
Good afternoon. Before I even start, I would like to congratulate everyone, from the graduates to the teachers and staff, to the family and friends in the audience. We all deserve a round of applause after the year we just had. Four years ago, we entered the doors of Y High, struggling to find an E-building. But today, we sit here awaiting our diplomas to open the doors to our future. On the first day of school, freshman year, Despacito was #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. But the 4 years we spent here, well, they went rapido. Being the last of 6 children of my family, I've attended my fair share of high school graduations. At each graduation, I would hear the speakers talk about how fast these 4 years flew by. And to be honest, I thought it was an exaggeration, until now. It feels like just yesterday, I was asking how to get to A building while standing right in front of it. Now, I can maneuver around campus with my eyes blindfolded. Well, maybe not, but you get the point. I would like to give a special shout out to all the graduates who struggled or struggle with their mental health. I know it was not easy finding the motivation to get out of bed to go to school, but you did. You did the necessary work, and now look, you are here today, a soon-to-be graduate of Wicomico High. You made it this far, and that alone is an achievement that you should hold dearly. Finally, you can say that you are on to the next chapter of your life. As Natasha Bedingfield sang her song, Unwritten, a song that is just about as old as I am, today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Everyone has that one teacher that they can think of that pushed them to do their best. And honestly, I would like to thank Mrs. McCoy. Unknowingly, she inspired me to come to school, especially back in 10th grade, when I had her during first period. That would be my push to get to school on time. Mrs. McCoy was and is such an inviting teacher that you feel comfortable in her class. She would always go the extra mile for all her students. And for that, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I use that as an example to say thank you to all teachers. Thank you for proving your commitment to teaching us. This was our first year being online students. This is also your first year being teachers online. So thank you for doing the best that you could. I believe that it's necessary that I congratulate my fellow SJ officers for everything that we were able to accomplish throughout these years. We may not have gotten a prom or everything else that seniors typically look forward to, but we still have many things we can be proud of. I know we'll be able to look back at the blood drives, the pep rallies, the fun Fridays, all things that we were able to organize. Our SGA was able to set a record for the most blood donated during a blood drive. Also, considering that 4 out of 5 of us, myself included, are first generation Haitian Americans, that is also something we can look back at as an accomplishment. I would like to say thank you to our SGI advisors and the entire guidance department for helping us during these unprecedented times. For all the families in the audience, thank you. Thank you for all you did. You are the reason we're here today. You pushed us to do our assignments, and this year, you made sure we joined our Zoom calls and that we turned in our asynchronous assignments before 11:59. You pushed us to stay strong during this pandemic, or as I like to say, this panorama, and for that, we're eternally grateful. There's a lot of thanks to go around this afternoon, and of course, I cannot miss guidance and administration. You guys did all that you could to make sure this year went as smoothly as possible, and on behalf of the entire class of 2021, thank you. Yet again, congratulations to the entire class of 2021. It doesn't matter if you decide to go to college, get a trade, enter the workforce, or enter the military. We should all be proud. As one of my role models and one of the greatest R&B artists of our generation, Janae Yuko, once said, "The journey is the reward. It's all about being on the right path, the path for you." So no matter what path you take, I wish you find success in that path. Thank you and congratulations.
Graduates, the day has finally come. We have finished the race, we've crossed the finish line, and we've gotten our honors and rewards for our outstanding work. As we've gathered here today, we celebrate 4 years of our lives gone by in the twinkling of an eye. From the fear of Freshman Friday to the prayers for a semi-normal senior year, the class of 2021 has a story unlike any other. This moment is bittersweet. Our time all together has seemingly come to a very abrupt end, and we are now facing a whole different way of life. However, through perseverance and strength, we, the class of 2021, have grown and are getting ready for a bigger and better tomorrow. Although our senior year was unlike that of any other class, we've gotten an opportunity that no other class has. A fresh start, a completely clean slate. We have gotten the opportunity to flip the page and write a new and better narrative. Don't waste this clean page in your storybook. Don't be so consumed in your own fears and previous failures that it discourages you from pursuing new goals and aspirations. When you fall off the horse, dust the dirt off yourself and jump right back on. Acknowledge the mistakes you've made and don't repeat them, but rather learn from them. One especially famous mandrill named Rafiki once spoke to a lion, Simba, saying, "The past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it." Your mistakes are not what define your abilities or future accomplishments. Every day you awaken, you are given another opportunity to grow and better yourself. Do not take that gift for granted. We all have the chance to create a better tomorrow for ourselves, our families and friends, and for generations to come. If we want to see a change, We have got to be the change. Since we were young, we've been encouraged to dream big. Dreams are not just for innocent, mindless children. Dreams do not have an age restriction. There is not a set limit where when you turn a certain age, you are no longer eligible for dreams. Like C.S. Lewis once said, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. So I encourage you, do not let anyone, including yourself, keep you from setting and achieving personal goals and dreams. Keep fighting through the muck of today, for there is greatness that lies ahead. Keep developing that EP soundtrack. Buy those products to expand your personal business. Start the blueprint for your company. However you see fit, push yourself past the minimum in order to receive the maximum. Although some of us may not want to admit it, we are incredible in so many awesome and unique ways. From music to biology, writing to computer science, all of us have something different inside of us that will change this world for the better. We are given equal opportunities every day we wake up. I encourage each and every one of you never to believe the idea that you can't. Keep your head held high and your goals even higher. When we recognize and accept our talents and abilities, the possibilities are endless. We will be the class who goes down in history. No matter what the world is telling you, continue to rise every day to be better than you were before.
Please direct your attention to the Jumbotron for the performances of our concert choir and concert band. The choir performance is under the direction of Mr. Stephen Harvey, and our band performance was under the direction of Mr. Mark Pages. Enjoy.
afternoon. My name is Anaya Brinson, and I am here today as the historian of the class of 2021. For most of us, this year has not been easy, and for some of us, getting to this point was even harder. But before I continue, I would like to take a moment to recognize our classmate, Alicia Modesto. Although she may not be here with us, for those that knew her, she will always be in our memories. To say that it took determination and perseverance to get here would be an understatement. But here we are. To some it may feel just like yesterday that we stepped into the halls of Y High. When we entered high school, some of us thought it meant more freedom, like having travel or leaving early for lunch. But soon we realized privileges like that were reserved for upperclassmen. So I guess you could imagine our disappointment. In the first year, we went through freshman orientation and career days. Then we elected our class president, Alicia Modesto, who hasn't failed to win every time he's running. Later that year, some students participated in a school walkout as a moment of solidarity to protest the recent spikes in school shootings. Although it didn't seem like it didn't make the impact we hoped for, as freshmen, it showed us what it was like to care about issues beyond school. Although high school has a reputation for having wild pep rallies, our pep rallies were unique. Due to many limitations, the SGA did their best to plan them. There were musical chairs, and we watched a few of our classmates fall out of the chairs and jump over each other's to catch the giant beach balls flying through the auditorium. Towards the end though, the school's step team, Hype Squad, put on a performance that had the whole auditorium jumping. Then in our junior year, we started hearing about COVID around January. We thought it would be something that would be effectively handled and it would pass. But things took a sudden turn and our school year was brought to a halt in April. Weeks later, we finished out the year virtually. When senior year came, nobody knew what to expect. At first, we anticipated a prom, but that hope was soon shot down mid-flight. The school's SGRA tried to make our seniors event as normal as possible. On April 14th, the senior SGA managed to pull off the biggest blood drive Y High has seen in years, with almost 60 plus signups for people to donate blood. Then we held a virtual prom court elections, and in all, there were 17 kings and 17 queens nominated. Despite not having senior events, our teachers and guardians still pushed to have one final event for us, the senior block party. The last time our entire class would be together before graduation. Alex and Demayes and LaHayla Hall were crowned prom king and queen. Looking back over the year, it was no doubt challenging. We overcame challenges thrown at us by COVID, working virtually, challenges from mental health, home life, all while trying to graduate. Our teachers were compassionate and caring throughout the year. If any point, if we were ever discouraged or wanted to quit, there was a teacher that checked up on us and pushed us out the door to graduate. So shout out to all the teachers and administrators who genuinely care and made our success more than just a job. Shout out to the guidance department also, it was the best we had in years, especially with making sure everything was in order to graduate. We all had our own stories to tell about high school. Normally it's what you put into high school that matters, but this year was different. It was the year that tested us and pushed our limits. Thank you for listening, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Hi everybody, my name is Meiji Moees. I am the class secretary and I will be doing the class motto speech. Hi Mom, I don't know where you're at, but hi. Sometimes you find yourself in the middle of chaos, and sometimes in the middle of chaos, you find yourself. Buna Muhammad. Today, I want to congratulate you all. Congratulations on completing the work necessary to be here today, pressing forward to overcome all the challenges and adversities that this pandemic has presented. Look at us now, sitting here amongst our peers at our graduation. We did it. I won't say I understand every situation that each of you have gone through to reach this point in your life, but we endured this chaos together. It feels like it was just yesterday when we walked through the doors of Y High, transitioning from middle school to high school, frantically searching for our classes and roaming the hallways. We can all agree that our senior year was like no other, and the hardships of this year are what we have in common. In a way, they brought us closer together. We all had a major goal: graduate high school. Look at us now, sitting here together. During this pandemic, I'm sure that most of us learned a few new things about ourselves. I discovered that I enjoyed being in the house by myself. I learned how to draw, and it became my outlet for stress and frustration. I think that many of us realize how important friendships are and how much we cherish each other, especially in these uncertain times. We have many countless memories together, some good, others bad, which hopefully we can all look back upon and laugh at in years to come. We have gone through many tribulations these past 4 years, but we've gotten through them together. I will count myself blessed to have encountered you all and the memories we've made at Y High. Fellow graduates, as you move into the next steps of your life, remember to do what you can with an open mind and an open heart. Be prepared for whatever life throws at you, because life isn't easy. But think of it more like a learning curve, not a test. Believe me, the world out there will change you in several ways. You may spend time figuring out what you want out of life, and that's okay. You'll have a lifetime to figure it out. Remember this: always surround yourself with individuals who are ready to lift you up higher. Thank you. I wish you all well in your future endeavors.
Please allow me to introduce Dr. Donna Hanlon, Wicomico County Public School Superintendent.
Good afternoon, board members, Mr. Green, staff, parents, family, friends, and graduates of Wicomico High School class of 2021. We all love this time of year. It's almost summer, flowers are in full bloom, vacation plans are no longer in the distant future, and the NASCAR season is well underway. Yes, I said NASCAR. My husband used to be a huge NASCAR fan, and when we were dating, I agreed to find out what all the hype was about by accompanying him to a race weekend in New York. I slept in a tent in the torrential rain. I walked to the porta potty in knee-high mud, and I tried to understand the appeal of this type of experience, which includes sitting in the hot sun to watch loud cars race round and round at breakneck speed for hours on end. What's the purpose? Well, of course, in a NASCAR race, crossing the finish line first means taking the checkered flag and earning big bucks. This race reminds me of our own personal race through life. At birth, we start our engines, and we often race to get ahead in life to take the checkered flag, but for what? Jamie Lee Curtis poses a series of intriguing questions in her children's book about this race in life. Through a sing-song rhyme, a young boy questions a race in life, asking, when did it start? Who said ready, set, go? Did it start on my birthday? I really must know. He goes on to pose ever more complex questions about our human experience, about winning and losing and our purpose in life. He asks, is there pushing and shoving to get to the lead? If the race is unfair, will I succeed? If I get off track when I take a wrong turn, do I make my way back for mistakes? Do I learn? And why do I do it, this zillion-yard dash? If we don't help each other, we're all going to crash. The boy recognizes that the race is not about getting ahead of one another at record speed, but about slowing down and helping and appreciating others. It's about making good choices, because how we live and love makes the world a better place. And he concludes, shouldn't it be that you just try your best, and that's more important than beating the rest? Shouldn't it be that looking back at the end, that you judge your own grace by the help that you lend? What better time than now to reconsider our grace in life? In March 2020, the coronavirus pandemic abruptly halted our race. A red flag on the racetrack. We all experienced this sudden disruption in different ways. Some loved the isolation, the forced shutdown. Others hated it. Many people adjusted and kept on working or learning from home. Many suffered greatly because of lost work, COVID-related illness, and even death, and limited access to food or medical care. We missed normal human interactions, as large as a wedding or a commencement, or as small as a hug, or taking our place in a classroom. I believe that through these difficult experiences that we've all endured, humanity has an incredible opportunity. I hope that lessons that we have learned will provide a much needed perspective on what is important in life. So what have we learned? Have we learned to be more kind to family, friends, and even strangers because we have a greater appreciation of family and friends? Have we learned to appreciate what really makes us happy? Because we now see that material things aren't as important as we may have once thought. Has seeing loved ones suffer and witnessing the loss of family members shed a light on the importance of taking good care of ourselves and each other? Have we learned to show greater appreciation for unsung heroes? I hope the pandemic has taught us to never take anyone for granted. Healthcare and frontline workers, as well as restaurant and grocery store workers, have oftentimes been underappreciated. Our own teachers and administrators made a dramatic switch to remote learning, modeling the importance of lifelong learning by mastering new technology on the fly, showing concern for the well-being of their students while struggling to take care of themselves and their own families. Our food service workers stood curbside for the past 15 months, serving tens of thousands of meals for our students. Our custodial staff spent hundreds of hours behind the scenes making sure that our schools were safe and clean. All of these professions should be held in high esteem. But there are clearly unsung heroes in our school families as well. Parents who, despite such a total upheaval in their lives and their children's lives, work to create structure and stability, some sense of normalcy during an anything but normal time. Grandparents and other relatives stepped up to help young students navigate the challenges of virtual learning. Siblings who were not used to spending quite so much time together found that they could be each other's closest allies and most trusted friends. And of course, our students, especially the seniors here today, who rose to the daily challenge of continuing their education in a very different way. Education continued online, but you missed many aspects of your high school experience. Athletics, concerts, extracurricular activities, and those very special senior rites of passage that you looked forward to for your entire school career. But you made the most of it, showing incredible resilience and compassion during this moment in your history. You persevered during times of emotional upheaval, and you are unquestionably unsung heroes. And one final lesson. Have we learned to appreciate the power of stillness? During the pandemic, our lives were put on pause with the opportunity to unapologetically slow down. This power of stillness provided time to think deeply about personal transformation. Have we learned the value of living a quieter and more peaceful life? Can we continue the inner exploration as the race gathers speed again? Kitty O'Meara, a retired teacher, summarized these lessons well in the words that she wrote during her own struggles with the pandemic. And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, and some met their shadows. And the people began to think differently, and the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses, made new choices, dreamed new images, and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully, as they had been healed. So will we learn from lessons of the pandemic or revert to old ways? Will we learn that life is not a race in which the only thing that matters is finishing first, but that it is more about how we run our race? Graduates, the end of the coronavirus lockdown and your own commencement is an opportunity to begin anew. So I say to you, start your engines. But as you do, please consider your race, where you've been, more importantly, what lies ahead. My wish for you is that when you get to the end, when you take that checkered flag, that you can see yourself as the clear winner in your own race by how you live and love, by the help that you give to others, and by the part that you play in making the world a better place. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hanlon. Class of 2021, I want to first say that I and many other people, including your parents, family, and staff, are extremely proud of each and every one of you for your accomplishments and want to congratulate you on receiving your Wicomico High School diploma. When you started this journey here at Waha 4 years ago, none of us could have imagined the challenges that we would face. Over the past couple weeks, I have attended and watched ceremonies and listened to presenters share the same message about the challenges that came with Corona, along with the things that students have missed out on. They shared how it impacted their lives and the lives of students and how different things have been. I could continue that message and speak about the negatives, but today, during this joyous occasion, I want to focus on the positive outcomes of the last year and a half. First, the environment. According to some experts, carbon emissions came down due to less travel and manufacturing. Even the canals of Venice cleared up with fish and wildlife returning. And then there's innovation. Businesses had to reinvent themselves to come up with new ways of doing things and even new products for continued success. Companies started making masks. Breweries switched over to hand sanitizer, and automobile manufacturers started producing ventilators. And then there's relationships. When we went into lockdown, we had to isolate, so it forced us to rekindle relationships and connect with people in different ways, which may have strengthened those relationships. It also helped us realize how important certain people were in our lives. And then gratitude. It gave us a new perspective on many things that we may have taken for granted. And now we have a new appreciation for things like family, friends, activities, even work. And then education. Teachers changed the way they taught. Students changed the way they learn. Schools added new technology, added interactive platforms, and online courses. And they accomplished this in a matter of a few months. And many of the changes will have a positive impact on education for years to come. As for you, along with the positives that I've already mentioned, let us focus on the positives that directly impact you. Let's begin with a few important characteristic traits that you may have gained or honed over the last year. The traits I'm referring to are perseverance, commitment, and resilience. The fact that you are sitting here today receiving your high school diploma demonstrates a certain level of perseverance, commitment, and resilience. Think about it. Over the last year, you have worked to achieve what you're achieving today, despite the difficulties, some failures, and opposition. You dedicated yourselves to achieve what you needed to be here. And finally, you demonstrated your ability to recover from difficulties and show strength and toughness. Other positives that have directly impacted you, your ability to adapt in an ever-changing environment. You adapted to new learning techniques and styles with less structure and more independence. You were forced to rely on yourselves, whether it was simply to get out of bed and log onto your computer, or to complete that asynchronous assignment. And then improved technology and digital skills. Yes, many of you already had some, whether it was learned through gaming or spending time on your personal computer in your spare time. Virtual learning forced some of you to learn new skills and motivated you to learn things that will help you succeed. All these skills, all these traits and skills makes me, and you as well, believe that you all have what it takes to succeed and have a positive impact on society. You should not focus on the negatives, but rather on the positives that helps you get to this point today and will help you no matter what path you take in life. As Winston Churchill put it, the positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. As you receive your diplomas, know that I speak for the entire faculty and staff when I say that we are very proud of you. Today will be the start of your next chapter in your lives, and know that you will always be a part of the High family. And for one last time, I leave you with, we are one tribe. As we mentioned earlier, and as some of you know, we have a member of the class of 2021, Alicia Modesto, who is not with us today. We would like to honor her and her family, who are supposed to be in attendance today. Today, as we begin this journey of guiding our students into the vast world of choices, responsibility, and self-reliance, we stop to remember and honor Alicia. We want her family and friends to know that their loss is shared and mourned by Wicomico High School. Alicia will always be a part of our Wicomico family and one tribe, and a member of the Wicomico High School class of 2021. We would like to present an honorary diploma to Alicia's family. In honor and tribute, on this 12th day of June, 2021, we hereby present them with a State of Maryland honorary diploma for Alicia Modesto as a member of the graduating class of 2021. At this time, I respectfully ask that we all observe a moment of silence in honor of Alicia Modesto, our classmate. Thank you. Dr. Hammond. In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of Wicomico High School, I certify that these students before us have met the graduation requirements established by the Maryland State Board of Education in Wicomico County Public School System. Accordingly, it is my pleasure to recommend and present to you the conferring of diplomas, the graduating class of 2021.
In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as Superintendent of Wicomico County Public Schools, it is my pleasure to certify and accept for the conferring of diplomas the graduates of Wicomico High School, class of 2021. Congratulations.
At this time, we will begin the conferring of diplomas. Conferring our diplomas today are Board Vice Chairman, Mr. Michael Murray, and Board Member, Don Fitzgerald. Thank you for being with us today.
Alex DeMeas. Marisha Francois Dolce. Najee Gail Moise. Luke Myrtle Angela. Anaya Patrice Brinson. Jocelyn Michelle Milks. Samuel McCullough Amrine. Caleb Jariah Anthony. Guadalupe Ariano. Jessica Ariano Mejia. Dallas George Baker III. Shayna Michelle Ballard. Jeremiah James Barkley. Kristen Beatrice Barrett. Trinity Alexis Battle. Corey Wayne Beach. Bryce Michael Beck. Dion Rashad Beckett. Anthony Ryan Bell. Juan Lamar Boggs. Emma Catherine Lucia Bozes.
Jayla Amira Bowen. Carmen Destiny Broadwater. Jovian Dominic Brown. Sinai Alea Brown. Catherine Marie Bruch. James Henry Burton, Jr. David Anthony Cabello. Dylan Robert Case. Isaiah Anthony Cates. Joshua Earl Church. Cashmere Troy Clark. Marquise Brendan Clark. Ember Lenore Cody. Janae Micaiah Sabri Collins. Riaje Delisha Collins. Samaya Tashay Collins. Anijah Monique Corbin. Colin Robert Costello. Yesenia Luz Darlene Crespo. Latavia Brendel Ellen Cruzwinder. McCoy Benjamin Curtis, III. Zane J. Petrera. Makaira Ariel Dale. Austin Michael Daly. Kalita Pereira Ramos da Silva. Gavin Anthony DeBach. Regine Divine Davis. Tamira Danae Davis. Demarius Malik Dennis. Brianna Lee DeRosa. Amber Renee Dickerson. Evan Edward Dorn, Jr. Charity LaRusha Downing. Ira Antonio Duffy, Jr. Haley Nicole Dula. Annie Therese Elburn. Luke Nicholas Elsie. Cody Sydney Carol Ennis. Michael Kennard Evans. Jakai Travar Farmer. Paige Elizabeth Faulkner. Marvin Lee Felix. Dakota Maywood Figs. William Nathaniel Biggs. Sarah Caitlin Forrestal. Alana May Foskey. Adam Dale Fountain. Sephora Shavania Freejuste. Stephanie Gil Ramirez. Robert Hugh Goldsboro. Anthony James Gonzalez. Hayden Jamar Goodwine. David Lawrence Nathaniel Green. Astrid Maydarling Gutierrez Lopez. Celestino Guzman Verdugo.
Lahela Kaylee Hall. Alexis Michelle Hamilton. Jason Rashawn Harden. Zachary James Harrison. Jalen Catrice Hawkins. Olavier Felice Henry. Andre Lamont Henry Jr. Cynthia Vanessa Hernandez. Michael Lawrence Hicks. Aubrey Noel Hill. Nathan Matthew Hoffman. Amaya Sine Ashanti Colebrook. Jaden Elijah Ollie. Kyrie Darrell Holly. Holly Jean Holtzapple. Tamaya Shania Horsey. Noah Ashton Hughes. Manita Leanne Hurst. Jira Jules Hutt. Denise Simone Jackson. Jamar Jean Baptiste. Carly Nicole Jett. Angela Renee Johnson. Jarrell Dontre Johnson. Jalen Genesis Johnson. Malaya Tiana Johnson. Destiny Diana Jones. Rebecca Marikija Jones. Heather Rose Joder. Jawan Maurice Justice. Haley Renee Kane. Alyssa Aaron King. Kalia Ayana Nicole King. Marie Margaret Kurtz. Brandon Eugene Lawrence. Dong Woo Lee. Isabella Jaden Lewis. Gaten Jess Campbell Lima. Leslie Rocio Linares Carmona. Ashley Nicole Lopez. Fernando Giovanni Lopez Chalel. Braden William Lors. Charlene Luma. Shanor Khan Mahamud. Naya Elise Major. Jordan Dominique Malone. William Eugene Malone Jr. Tylee Damaris Matthews. Zipporah Diane Mazzetti. Jadeja O'Shea McCarter. Rebecca Christine McMichael. Kiana Iris Mears. Takai Rashad Noble. Octavia Monier Miles. Jenna Wade Miller. Cheyenne Madison Mitchell. Logan Alexis Mizell. Jude Lamar Theory Modesto. Amaya Golden Moore. William Martin Moore. Timothy Karan Lemire Morris. Kaylee Ann Moores. Lindsay Dawn Nava. Kyrie Sean Nelson. Joshua Shakur Org. Olga Daniela Ortiz Galvez. Kaylee Alexis Overton.
Madison Elizabeth Palmer. Olivia Louise Palmer. Kirsten Sophia Parsons. Torrance Lynn Hassan. Ian Riley Peterson. Janaya Michelle Lauren Carter. Billy Irving Randall III. Philip Aaron Rash. Cameron Ashay Reddick. Marquez Renee. Andrew Robert Rickards. Ani Shanine Riddick. Charles Logan Briggs. Khadijah Unique Rivers. Mohammed Fardeen Rizwan. John Andres Rodriguez Carrion. Alexis Maria Rogers. Gage Mitchell Salter. Gavin Tyler Sales. William Christopher Schmidt. Brielle LaShawn Schofield. Makai Lee Sellers. Ashton Sherrod Shires. Altisha Rochelle Shivers. Montez Lamont Chow. Brianna Michelle Shreves. David Herbert Smith Jr. Nina Simone Smith. Michaela Nicole Summers. Dave Elijah Stone. Kevin Keyshawn Sturgis. Jacqueline Elizabeth Takaraya. Kobe William Tawes. Hayden William Tawes. Kylie Amber Taylor. Karan Dimitri Teat. Fausto Tello Vasquez. Raul Tello Vasquez. Francisca Tellis. Deltava Deline Tebow. Javon William Thomas. Michelle Elise Thompson. Kayla Brooke Thornton. Antonio Montana Todd. Mackenzie Riley Townsend. Natalie Renee Tull. Selena Garcia Venegas. Nika Villar. Tabitha Vincent. Matthew Thomas Wagner. Jalen Teron Wallace. Johanna Nicole Warner. Malik Jamal Wooders. Antonio Jamar Johnson, Jr. Gavin Michael Worzeniak. Shanna Lynn Webb. Mariah Janelle Whaley. Aaliyah Marie White. Asani Nabri White. Justin David White. Xavier Buddy Williams. Brendan Christopher Wilson. Madison Renee Wingate. Savannah Andrea Winton. Akira Tamar Wise. Nicholas Edward Lee Wooten. Paul Yan. Gregory Edward Zimmerman.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, class of 2021, our wonderful administration, and the teachers who have pushed us to get to this point in our lives. Unpredictable. If there was ever a word I can guarantee we all had rattling in our heads over this last year or so, it would be unpredictable. Our collective experience is a unique one. In these last 2 years of our high school journey has taught us anything, is that anything can happen at any time. Let's bring it back for a second. Walking to Wild High in 2017, as glossy-eyed children unsure what high school has to offer. A time in our lives where we question our values, relationships, and interactions due to a new light being shown upon our lives. Robbed of our times of kids being kids, taking up jobs, constantly dealing with the unprecedented. It's a new normal for us. That being said, the potential that we have is unbound. For my Mean Girls fans out there, you say that the limit does not exist. Our potential in life is decided by us. And I must say, admittedly, I'm tired. Not from the lack of sleep over the course of the last few months catching up to me, but tired nonetheless. I'm tired of seeing the choices we make not line up to the potential we have. A single decision we make holds the power to alter our lives. And I'll say it again. A single decision we make holds the power to alter our lives. We are a collection of choices that molded our lives, most of the times out of our hands. However, right now, in this moment, we're at a crossroads, where the future that lies ahead undoubtedly depends on the dreaded question, what now? And to that I answer, live a life that you choose. We are faced with a rare opportunity right now, and it's to live genuinely. Whether you're off to college, starting anew, chasing a bag and grinding it out, or starting a family even, in this moment, you hold within your hands the power to choose what lies ahead. Work towards your happiness, whatever it may be, and live an authentic lifestyle to who you are. And frankly, that may be one of the hardest challenges we have to face. But knowing this class will adapt. Look around you.
Do you see the classmates you grew up with, or is it a sea of strangers that just so happen to be in the same place on this day? There's been a disconnect between us all. Not seeing one another daily allowed for distance to grow between us. But that distance also allowed us to develop our independence and promoted growth within ourselves. We aren't the same kids that we were when we first left the school back in March, and you know that. The class of 2021, we still believe blue and gold, and that's the factor we have binding us all. We may leave those halls, or Zoom meetings rather, and become strangers once more, but regardless, our ties to the school, the community is coupled with, and the people we interacted with in the last 4 chapters of our lives has prepared us to take one step forward with no steps back. As of 2021, I implore you to be the roses that grow from the concrete. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you. Now, my fellow graduates, will you all please stand? At this time, take your tassel and move from the right to the left.